Do you ever tell yourself if you were just a little bit more aggressive on your return, you and your partner would be able to break serve a lot more often? My name is Damon Gillette, and I am a coach at Tennis Evolution, and I wanted to bring you this specific doubles lesson about a tactic of how to be more aggressive on your return. Now, this is going to be geared more towards moving forward behind your return. Now, yes, it's probably going to be a little bit easier to do this off of a second serve, depending on your capabilities, but once again, this lesson is going to be geared towards returning the ball cross court and moving forward behind it, applying a ton of pressure back onto the service team. That's going to put you in a good position. That's going to put your partner in a good position to be able to really take good control of the point. All right, with that being said, let's get right to it. Put yourself in Neil's position here as the returner. Neil ends up receiving a soft serve, okay? And the way that we want to end up handling this is we want to step in a little bit further into the court. Most of the time it's going to be a second serve. Sometimes it's going to be a first serve, depending on the quality of the serve. So we're going to focus on it's a second serve, soft. We want you to hit that return cross court and move forward. And let's see how Neil does that. Does a good job, puts himself in a position to hit the volley. Now let me tell you what this does to the service team. Let's take a look at this again. Neil does a good job. Whenever you guys end up hitting that return cross court and moving in, it applies a lot of pressure back on the service team. And obviously with a lot of pressure, sometimes you can end up generating an unforced error out of your opponents just by your presence of moving in. In this particular example, Neil ends up having a backhand volley. Notice he shifts in the direction of his return. That is why he's ready to cover the middle with that backhand volley return, or backhand volley, I'm sorry. Does a very good job of executing that volley. Susie caught Susie back there by surprise. Very tough shot to be able to get back, but look at the positioning that these two guys have up at the net. Very, very good, strong play to be able to use. Let's get a look here at another example. Susie receiving a softball. Look at the positioning that Susie has. You want to start a little bit further in. If you know that your opponent has a soft second serve, you want to press in a little bit and be able to take time away from your opponents, as well as give yourself good positioning on the court to be able to move forward. And that's exactly what she does here. Excellent return cross court. She comes in. Look at both players. Look at the position. The ball is popped up, and they are both in a very good position, very good power position to be able to really take control of this point. Now, Susie has the volley she wants, got a little excited, and she missed this one, okay? Now, let me back up just a little bit here. As she ends up hitting this ball, what ends up happening is, even though she misses the shot, she's in a very, very good position to be able to execute that volley. And that's one of the big things that I see happen a lot with club players, anywhere from, honestly, 3-0 up to 4-5, is sometimes our positioning is not the best, but the better the positioning that we have, the easier the volley. So once again, even though Susie misses this volley here, I like the position that she's in to be able to execute that volley. Let's take a look at another example here. This one, Susie ends up hitting the return. Return was a little out. I played it back there. Now look at this volley. Very good position, very similar to the last one, but this is her executing the volley right at LJ's feet, and that is a very good play that we like to do. I like the play of being aggressive at your opponents. Yes, the higher level that you end up getting to, the better the reactions are, but even if LJ gets that ball back, Danny and Susie here are both in a very, very good position to be able to take advantage of that next shot. Let's take a look at this one here. Once again, Susie moves forward, good position, boom. Very nice 1-2. Return goes cross court, you follow it in, you have the high ball, execute that aggressively. I would say if the volley is a little bit lower, I would bring that volley back cross court, but when it's higher like that, you can really end up being aggressive and putting yourself in a good position to win the point. Now, on this example here, there it is. This is what happens. This is the tactic part of moving forward behind your return, okay? Is you hit a good return cross court. Once again, it applies the pressure back on the service team. Susie is ready to hit her volley. after her return. Danny is also moving forward, ready to make a play. And when both players are ready as individuals, they're going to be ready as a doubles team. And that's when you really end up getting the best performance out of your team, is when both players are ready to be able to execute a shot. Very good play there. Once again, let's take a look here. Diane ends up hitting a return, cross court. Neil here is all over it. Neil probably snuck in just a little bit too soon, but look at the position that they're in. They're both moving forward. Very good aggressive play. Yes, your opponents might end up lobbing you and going over you. That's going to be for another lesson. That's not the lesson today. Today's lesson is moving forward behind the return and being aggressive. And this is what it looks like. So on this particular example here, as the returner, we all know that we want to go cross court with our return as much as possible. But when you don't go cross court with your return, here's what happens. LJ here is ready for it, redirects a volley right at Danny. Danny was anticipating moving in, as he should, but the return didn't get hit cross court quite enough, and that is the play that ends up happening. That's why it's important to get that return cross court. Just putting things out that you already know, but I like to showcase examples so that it sinks in a little differently. So, once again, right here, Susie ends up hitting an excellent return cross court. Very good angle. Look at me back there. Full on stretch, completely defensive. Very good return. Once again, Danny's ready for the volley. Susie was ready to hit the volley as well. And that is all because of a great return cross court and moving in behind it. LJ does a great job of getting it back. Once again, Susie may have missed that volley right there by just a little bit, but she's in a good position to make it. And that is why it is so important to have the good positioning on the court. And that's exactly what we want, is for you to be in the right position to be able to execute your volleys. I'm not saying you're going to make them all the time, but you will give yourself a much, much better opportunity to be able to make that volley. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Once we end up uploading a video, we want you to be able to get to that right away, take a look, and once again be able to add that into your game immediately. So be sure to do that. And we also want to give you a free gift. Okay, and so we're going to give you 3 mistakes that doubles players are making quite a bit. And here at Tennis Evolution, we don't want you to make those mistakes. So click the link in the description or somewhere in the video, and we will give those to you for free. Guys, thank you so much once again for watching this video, and we will definitely see you at the next one. Thank you.